All right, welcome to anybody who's watching this later. We are playing Get Ready to Rock. This is our second session, slightly different lineup here. So we're going to go through and introduce our characters and set our harmony with each other. So I am playing Barnabas Bragg, the cute one, who is our lead vocalist and keytar player. Pronouns he, him. And so what makes Barnabas especially cute is his heavy Australian accent, because he grew up far in the outback without a lot of other prospects. And so he is in this to make a god-awful amount of money so that he never has to go back there again. And so his musical idol is Kanye West, because, you know, our music isn't anything like Kanye's, but, you know, he's one of those guys that's so rich he can do whatever he wants. And that's what Barnabas aspires to. And so my issues, I have seeking the one. So I am looking for true love, as well as large amounts of money. And my song that I wrote for the band is 3.6 Liters of Love, which is my political song about the cause dear to my heart, which is getting America to adopt the metric system.
Oh, wow. Okay, yes. I like tiny Australian boy. Okay. Oh, is he tiny? I have no idea. What's his look like?
Oh, yeah. So he is kind of average height, but he's uses a wheelchair, and he's figured out how to like operate it with his elbows, so he can play his guitar while dancing around the stage. So he is, you know, physically shorter, but larger than life in a metaphorical sense.
All right. Nice to meet Barnabas.
Yeah. So you can then, under your harmony, if you want to write down, you know, your character's feelings about Barnabas, you know, what your kind of hot take about this character is. And then Lowell, introduce us to your character.
So I am running the shy one, and that is Simon Behar. And Simon's doesn't really want to be doing this. He's on keyboards and synth, and his dad was in the band when he was back in the 80s, and then when this band got reformed, he kind of got pushed into doing this, and so that's what he's doing right now. And he'd like to maybe it actually work, but he doesn't think it's going to. It's still going very badly. But he's trying to get along with it. And if I just like hold everything together as tightly as I can, maybe people won't realize how bad I am at this. And so that's who I am. And so that's my dynamic. And I wrote a song for the band, and it's called "Sleep with Chaos," and it's a lullaby. And it fits with our general tone of the band. So. Yeah. Did I mention I'm on keyboards? I think I said that right, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good. I'm the keyboardist. I know he's got a guitar, and sometimes people think that that's more important than the keyboard, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So it's my turn. The songs I thought was like an actual song, so I'm still gonna think about it when it goes to.
Yeah. Well, you picked the one that's a cover, so you know, picking a thing that's an actual song works for that. Works for that particular move.
Maria, I'm using the playbook The Virtuoso. My character's name is Bobby Doloiras. His pronouns are he, him, or they. His instrument is the guitar and backup vocals. And he joined for fame. I feel like music like really saved him at a really difficult time in his life. And he wants to pursue it like genuinely, I feel. His musical idol is Pharrell, because he thinks that Pharrell has like this really cool silence about his competence. Like he's like a really good producer, but he's in the back.
Okay, excellent. And so, is this a situation where you were part of the band all along and just weren't with us for our last gig, or are you joining us for the first time right now? So you're kind of new to the band.
I feel like, yeah. I feel like you guys picked me up for some fresh meat on the band, and stripped down mahogany version, and people really liked it, or like it was viral for like a limited time in the right indie spaces, and it had like a 80s remix kind of thing, so they were like, oh, 80s, can we like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so then we've got our lines and veils, which have you had a chance to add anything to that you wanted to add? Or do you want a minute
I think
to...
I'm good.
I'm sorry?
I think I'm good with this. Yes.
Good. Okay. So just to review, we've got lines, which means we won't bring it into the story at all, on drug abuse, pandemics, sexual assaults, torture, and teeth stuff. And we've got a veil on consensual sex. So we'll keep that kind of off screen or in the background. And we've got ask first checked on romance with PCs. So that's our kind of starting safety tool review. And then as we play, if at any point something else comes up that you don't want in the story for whatever reason, you can X card that. So just say X or type it into the chat or something, and then we will back up a bit, take things in a different direction, so that everybody's having fun and enjoying our story. So let me just review the mechanics, since I know looks like you read through everything, but just make sure that we're all on the same page. So in the character sheets document, if you go down to page 8, we've got 4 band moves. So those are things that we do collectively as a band. So all 3 of us have to be taking part in some way, even if it's just cheering on from the sidelines, when we as a band do one of these things. And when we do that, we roll based on our audience rating, which we came out of our last section with our audience at pianissimo, which is the lowest roll. So we roll 4 dice and keep the lowest 2 when we do these band moves. So hopefully we'll bump that audience up some before we have to roll those moves. Then, so the set list, we already picked our kind of special moves out of that. Then the next page is the basic moves. So those are things you do individually. So when you do that, to determine how you roll, you start rolling by rolling 2 dice, but then you answer the question there with the move. And if the answer is yes, then you'll roll 3 dice and keep the highest 2. If the answer is no, you'll roll 3 dice and keep the lowest 2. And you'll see that the 7 to 9 result is the best one. And if you get a 10 or more, that means you kind of overdid it, went too far, got in over your head. You get a 6 or less, that means you didn't go hard enough, and something bad will happen in that respect. And then we can, when somebody's making one of those basic moves or their special move associated with their song, if it involves rolling dice, then one of the other people can either push you one place louder. So you'll, like if you were already rolling 3 and keeping the best or the highest 2, and you can push you to roll 4 and keep the highest 2, or you can have somebody back off, go down. And the way you do that is by revealing your harmony with them. So say something, call them out, or, say something to them in the story that shows what you really think of them. And so then the person you're aiming this at can either accept that and change the dice they're rolling, or they can resist it by revealing what they really think of you. You can kind of fire back in the same way by revealing your harmony thing in some way. So like as an example, one of our characters that's not in tonight's story, Viv, my harmony with them is listed as Killjoy. So if Viv was trying to do something and I was like, geez, you never let us have any fun, like ever, right? And I revealing that that's what I really think of them. And I could say, because of that, that's going to make you hesitate. And so you're going to go, you're going to turn it down one place in your roll. And then Viv could either just do that or could fire back with whatever. And I've hidden those columns, so I can't see what Viv's harmony with me right now is. But, she could fire back by saying something about what she really thinks of me. So that's the basic mechanics on that. And then you've got your issues. And so you should keep an eye on that. So in the character sheet, it's got your crescendo trigger, or your turn it up, I think I'm calling it now, because I've steadily removed a lot of the music terminology from this game as I've developed it. But whenever that turn it up thing happens, usually as a result of a move, but it could be if it just comes up in the story, you're going to increment the dynamic on your issues up one. So it would go, we're all at mezzo or an M right now, which is kind of that middle level. You go up to a forte, which is an F, or a fortissimo, which is the two Fs. And whenever you do that, you're going to roll some dice to see if you kind of lose it and do the thing that's listed there under let the music take control. So, if you hit the 10 or more on your dice when you roll for your issues, then you can't take it anymore. You're going to act out in some way. And when you do that is when you get to do to either write a new song or pick new issues. So that's kind of your character advancement. So we didn't have any of that happen last session because we spent most of the time in setup, but maybe that will come up this session. Okay, any other questions before we start our play here?
So far, so good.
Okay. All right. So I figure we'll probably take a break around 10 or the next hour we come up on for whatever time zone you're all in, so we can get a few scenes in before that. Okay. All right, so we've established that each session is the lead up to and playing of a gig. So this gig is this music festival that Ramshackle Orchard was invited to play at, and we were not. So I guess we should figure out what is this festival, like give it a name, and where is it? What's the kind of setting that it's in? Does anybody have anything you think would be especially cool for either the name or the location for our music festival?
In a sunken garden, so it's like a big university field that's like lower than the rest of the whole place, and it
Okay.
fills up with water sometimes when it's
Okay.
really rainy. So it's like
I like it. I think you froze for a second there.
Come back, internet. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's well, this I kind of like the idea of like it's a dark forested area, but there's
Okay.
it's the fair, so
Okay. Yeah, you've frozen a few times. Would it help if you maybe turned your video off?
Okay.
I don't know if that sometimes helps. Because then the internet's only having to deal with the audio. We'll see if that helps. That also makes it harder to see if you've frozen, but maybe that'll help out. We'll see. Okay, cool. And what's a good name for our festival?
Sunken Hearts Valentine's edition. I don't know.
Sure. I'm good with that. Lowell, does that sound good to you? Okay.
Yeah. I especially like the idea of there being the woods kind of surrounding it, as Maria said, that both hem in with darkness, but also people wander off into there and then wander back and that kind of thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I think that also provides a good setting for us, since we weren't invited to play at the Sunken Hearts Festival, and so we have to kind of sneak in and somehow get on that stage. So I'm going to, to kick us off here, I'm going to claim the mic. So that's one more mechanic that I forgot to mention in our little summary there. Since this is a GM-less game, in order to help keep the story moving along, we have the mic, which is listed there on the band tab. And so when you have the mic, that's kind of your authorization / responsibility to do something to push the story forward, whether that is having your character do something and just say, look, I'm just going to do this because I think this is where the story should go, or to have something in the world around us happen, to have our manager or record label do something that puts us on the spot, to have our rival band do something that creates a situation or the motivation for us, and then once you've done something, you've kind of pushed the story along a bit, you can then pass the mic, which is in some ways the most important thing that you do with the mic is to pass it to someone else. And that's your way of saying, hey, so-and-so, I want to hear where you're going to take the story from here. So we all should be playing our characters, jumping in to do NPCs, describing things happening in the world. We should all be doing that all the time, but whoever has the mic is the person with kind of the responsibility if things seem to be stalling out a bit or we're not sure where to go. That's kind of your authorization to be like, look, you've got the mic, you can prod this along, make something happen, or you can kind of call in somebody else, hey, why don't you, I want to see where you'd take this. And you can, of course, refuse the mic. Like if somebody's trying to pass the mic to you and you like, I really don't want to have that responsibility now, that's also, cool. So, so like I said, since I am the person running things here, to the extent you have someone running things in a GM-less game, I'll claim the mic to begin. And so I think that we begin in that forest surrounding the festival. So yeah, there's the sunken meadow area where they've got the stage set up. I think there's a whole bunch of like trailers and things where they've got equipment going. There are stands selling bottled water and hot dogs and all kinds of other stuff, band merch, and lots of people
lighting.
What's that?
That the glowy sticks that you have to
oh yeah. And in fact, why don't we say that it's getting towards evening, it's starting to get a little dark, so everybody's breaking out their glow sticks and waving them around all over this area. And maybe there's I think it's not until tomorrow night that Ramshackle Orchard is playing. So we've got a little bit of time to figure out what we're going to be doing here. And when we can say that Viv and Quirk couldn't make it on this particular mission due to personal reasons. So it's just the three of us here. And
Do you think it's chilly?
What's that?
Do you think it's chilly? It's an outdoor festival, so.
Yeah, probably late season. Maybe there's a campfire kind of thing.
Okay. So people are snugly. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I'm envisioning that we've kind of crept up through the woods, and it's been a little difficult to get the wheelchair through there, but it's the underbrush is clear enough that we've managed it, and we've gotten close enough that I've got some binoculars out, trying to figure out where Ramshackle Orchard has their stuff set up. Like, are they here? Are they listening to their bands? Do they have a merch table out in anticipation of tomorrow night? Just kind of trying to scope the situation here. What's everybody else doing?
Simon is really not excited about the idea of breaking into this festival, or even maybe of us targeting Ramshackle Crow, considering how badly that went for us last time. And I'm still kind of like, well, maybe we can, there's another way we can go. Maybe we can do something, but not like, let's not have them sabotage our van and badly sabotage their van and embarrass ourselves with a new song in front of a televised audience this time.
I feel like Bobby pats Simon's shoulder and says, "Don't worry about it. We're just here to check. We're just here to check the poster and see all of these other mid-tier bands that, what the hell did they get these guys?" And I feel like I point my thumb out of the van and make motions towards, hey, we should get closer, see if any of the other bands are setting up.
Yeah, maybe we could find, that's a great idea, Bobby. Maybe we can find somebody that we know. Maybe we need some help. Maybe we can help them out. Maybe they can talk for us, and maybe we can get a little gig, maybe get an hour on a stage. We don't need to like sabotage or destroy Ramshackle, much as I dislike them.
And we would magically appear here, right? Yes, and I feel like I grab our stuff and start walking backstage.
Oh, okay. We're gonna head down in then. Apparently, okay.
Right. I feel like I grab my black guitar case with tons of stickers that are just the right amount of loud and grunge, and I go come on, let's, and then I feel like I just swing it onto my back and I walk in. It's like, come on, we look like students, it's fine.
Okay.
All right, so it sounds like you're trying to exploit your celebrity to get in here, or do you think what you're doing fits more under keep it cool? So are you trying to be hey, it's no big deal, we're just quietly slipping on in, or is this a hey, don't you know who we are? We obviously belong here.
I feel like it's a keep it cool kind of thing. Okay. It's more I'm probably an alumni here or something, I'm just gonna check on these tiny people who are arranging this concert.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll get our first
dice roll
of the game. So I lost the link we were using before, so I will just give us a new roll for your party link if you want to use that. Okay, so you're going to keep it cool, and the question there is, do I look like I belong here? I feel like you're answering yes to that. So you're going to be rolling 3 dice using the higher 2, unless anybody wants to try to either pump you up, turn you up louder, or turn you down back to the 2 dice by revealing their harmony.
So it's 3d6, right?
Yeah, so you'll be rolling 3d6
Okay.
and using the values off the higher 2.
Is everybody ready?
Yep, do it.
Okay. 1, 2. Okay, get waltzing in. Holy crap. The higher 2 is a 5 and a 5.
Okay. So that is a 10 or more. You get caught up in the moment and forget why you're here.
Okay.
So yeah, tell us what that looks like.
Narrate that? I can help narrate that if you want.
Yeah, if Bobby starts picking up other people's stuff and carrying it and moving it around, I will try and fall in behind Bobby. Though this seems maybe a little excessive. Is that what Bobby's doing?
I feel like when Bobby successfully gets backstage, they get too into it, right? So I feel like what happens is that they end up talking to everybody, or like trying to get to know what their sets are gonna be, that they kind of forget that they're trying to get on stage too. Like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while, or like, or oh, okay, yeah, we should have a drink, and then they hand them a beer, and I'm like, yo, Simon, you should really taste this. This is really good. And I feel like I end up shoving chips to wait, no, what's Stentor's character name? To
Barnabas.
Yeah, to Barnabas, yeah. And like, I love these chips. And yeah, I feel like I get too involved backstage.
Yeah, because you have a lot of friends among other bands because you can actually play. you're well known as a musician.
Yeah, I feel like I moonlighted as like a sub, what do you call that? Sub vocalist for like a lot of other bands before.
Yeah,
like people are just familiar.
Yeah, they bring you in to record on their tracks to punch it up a bit, make it sound better.
Aw.
Because you know what you're doing.
So how does Simon and Stentor?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna pass the mic to Simon.
Yeah.
So I think this really puts the shy one on the spot here.
So I think
being the opposite of shy.
This is the chaos at backstage. You said that the big night is the next night. So this is the night when everybody is getting together and hanging out, and they're jamming and stuff, and everybody knows each other. And I am terrified that someone is going to spot us and realize that we're really not supposed to be here. So I do think that at some point somebody is going to very loudly go to Bobby and say, "It's good to see you here, Bobby. You know, I heard you were with that crappy band. Like, you were playing with what's their name? The Preachers."
What is her name? Wait, hold on. Yeah. Wait, hold on. I go like, yeah. I play for the new Preachers of Pandemonium. We were really good in the 80s.
You're really? I mean, they're washed up. I mean, and they're not on the bill tonight, right?
I feel like I take a swig on my beer and go like, Wait, what's your band? Like, what set list are you on?
Well, we're doing a standard set of our latest concept album. It's an album about the U.S. Mercury space program and about the evolution of that. It's a 20-year thing with a perspective that goes back centuries to man's first explorations of spaceflight.
I feel like I squint down, like a little bit half drunk, and go like, "Good for you, yeah." And then I grab like a magical other beer at my side and like hand it over to you.
And I think that person will hang around on you and Barnabas. I guess, who are you trying to avoid back here?
So, I think I'm trying to avoid my ex.
Yeah.
I think there's somebody that I dated in the music industry, and it went badly. And I think she accused me of just trying to marry her for the immigration paperwork because I was trying to get out of my nowhere town in Australia. And so she very publicly accused me of just trying to marry her for the green card. And it was painful because I tell myself that I truly loved her. Like, I thought that she was the one, and she just crushed me. And so she is, we'll say, the bass player in one of the bands that's here tonight. And let's give her a name. Let's call her Angelica. I'm putting her in the NPCs list.
What's Angelica's look?
So this was in the 80s. And so I think she did the like giant teased out hair and like leopard print, like skin tight pants, and like big chunky jacket kind of thing. And I think that, her band is still playing a lot of their same stuff. So at a show like this, she's gonna still be doing that look, which is now cool and retro. It's past the like uncool and dated stage, and now it's back into cool and retro. And I think she's still rocking that.
Yeah, and I feel like when you see like a glimpse of her at the side of your like left eye, like the song that's going through your head is "Oh, I Miss Your Kisses." I feel like that just plays in the back of your mind, if that's okay with you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and so now the question is, because I'm guessing she's now seen me, right? I can't avoid interacting with her here. So she's seen me. And so the question is, am I more angry at her still for dumping me, or still like wanting to get back together? And I think I'm going to go with number 2, just because I want to try out the spill your guts move that I've recently rewritten, and see how it works. So I think I see her, and seeing her in sort of full musician like mode, I can't be, I spent a lot of time being angry at her, but I've worked through that now. But I do.
You say you've worked through that.
I have definitely worked through that. My therapist says I've worked through that. And I mean, my old therapist said that I hadn't worked through it, but that's why he's my old therapist. New therapist says I've worked through that, but I just, I need her to acknowledge what happened. I need her to at least understand
absolutely
what I feel.
Yeah. I think, Barnabas, the best idea is to go and demand things from her. I think that's really where you want to go with this.
I feel like I tap on like Simon's like knee and be like, is that the angel from the No Angel track? It's like,
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Look, I got to say something to her. Look, she's coming over here. She saw me. I got to say something to her. And I think I wheel up to her and I just like casually reach into my shirt pocket and I've got my like ID and stuff there. And I'm kind of flipping it through and I'm like, hey, Angelica. So, I actually did get my green card a few years back.
gosh.
So turns out I'm all set on that. So okay, I think I should roll at this point to see how this all goes. So I'm sharing something emotionally vulnerable, which is that she hurt me by accusing me of using her, and yeah, this is something that can't wait because she's here. I finally get to have this confrontation. So that's gonna put me at roll 3, take the highest 2, and pick a different color here. Okay, and my highest 2 are a 4 and a 5, so that's a 9. And so on a 7 to 9, it's good to get things off your chest. Turn down your issues. So my issues were at mezzo, and so now I'm down to piano. And then either turn up the audience or turn down your issues again. So I am going to, I think we really need the help with our audience here. So I'm going to turn up our audience. So then to figure out how that's benefiting us. So audience is kind of, the size and enthusiasm of our fan base. And so trying to think how to get that reaction, because I think I imagine there's a lot of festival goers that are able to see what's going on here, and they probably, we're both distinctive enough in appearance that they can tell who we are, and people probably remember all of the drama back in the day about our relationship and the stuff that she said to some of the tabloids when we broke up. And so I think the way I handle it is, I make that comment to her and she's very clearly taken aback by it. I think she did not expect me to, call her out quite so harshly. And so, the people that see it are kind of like, "Ooh, wow." And so that kind of boosts our, that draws attention to us, and now people are talking about us. And so that's a thing that might help us get on stage if people are interested in talking about us. So I think that's what accounts for our audience going up there.
I feel like definitely when that happened, I feel like someone was like whistling in the background, "Ooh," like, okay, going like that.
Yeah, and I'm kind of looking at Bobby like, okay, what do we do now? Are they going to go out and like make kissy faces, or what do we? Should we? I don't know if we set up or what do we? What should we do here?
At this angel lady has some. Why does the name keep falling out of my brain? Hold on. Wait. I feel like this angel lady has a Barnabas song too. Come on, let's go ask their bandmates. and let's ask them to duet on stage.
Okay. I'm right behind you. Absolutely. Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so you two are going off to do this while I'm talking to Angelica.
Ask like Simon. So I'm not familiar with this Angelica's band. Which one's her main posse? Like the one she'd listen to?
Well, her most recent boyfriend is over there.
Oh God. Okay.
We could talk to them, or we could go and try and find her manager.
I go like, okay, boyfriend's a bad idea, and I go like staring at Barnabas, being like, my friend.
Okay.
And how screwed is this guy? And then I go like, okay, manager, let's look for it. What does your manager look like?
She's very, very short. And that's actually the problem. She's very, very short, and so it's very hard to see her in the thing. But she has that violent purple hair. So that might be a thing. That's what I remember about her. And her yelling at me. That's the other thing I remember. Does that help? Should we talk to Barnabas? Should we talk to Angelica? Should we talk to the manager?
Yeah. I feel like part of being the manager, they'd know that the publicity stunt would work. Is she the one with the red glasses over there in the coffee table?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, let's play rock, paper, scissors. Who gets to talk to her?
Ready?
Okay. Wait. Okay.
1, 2, 3. But you're frozen, so.
Yeah, video's frozen. Here, you should both type it into the chat, and I'll say 3, and then you both hit enter to send it.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. Are you ready? All right. On 3, you're both going to send it in the chat. 1, 2, 3. Simon wins.
Okay.
Paper beats rock. Simon wins.
And then I pout at Simon's face, and I'm like, okay, fine. It's like you helped me find her anyway, and then I waltz up to this Edna Mode-ish lady, and then I go like, is that your third cup of coffee? Who wants to play Edna?
I'll play her since this Barnabas is kind of otherwise occupied during this.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so she's there, and I think she's got an iPad with all kinds of stuff on it that she needs for organizing this. And in one hand, she's got a cup of coffee in the other hand, and is trying to handle and corral things, because stuff is always chaotic at a festival like this. And so she sees you coming up, and she's like, excuse me, can I help you?
It's like, I think that's your third cup of coffee, and if you plan to sleep, you should instead be trying some gin. It's really good. Yeah.
I think she looks at you and downs the rest of the cup, tosses it into the trash can, and looks over, and she's got an assistant there. It looks like a college age intern with the music label, who hands her another cup of coffee, and she starts drinking out of it again. And she says, I don't take input on my beverage choices, but is there something else I can help you with?
trying it. Wait, let me make up the devil does cry. Yeah, and and I really feel like do you see what I'm seeing? And then I point to.
Okay. All right. So
Like-
this sounds like probably exploit your celebrity. So you're trying to get her to do something for you. So so you're using your charisma and shameless sense of entitlement to get special treatment from someone not in the band. So what you want from them is to agree to this duet. Has someone been stroking my ego lately? Is the question.
Wait, do I answer that, or does Edna answer that?
So you answer that. So that's about you.
I feel like I had a really good fan letter that I read this morning.
Sure.
That's got
Sounds good.
Really
And I've been supportive. I have. I'm right behind you. So you know.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I feel
Are you trying to mechanically bump her up, or are you just in the fiction being supportive?
I think I will, because here's the thing: is he's actually a musician and an artist, and like really knows what he's doing, whereas I don't as much, and I kind of don't think Barnabas does, but I know Bobby does, right? Bobby knows what's going on, so yeah, that's I'm trying to use my harmony there.
Okay. Yeah. So then, if you accept that kind of pep talk from Simon, then you'd be rolling 4 dice and keeping the highest 2.
All right.
You've been turned up to fortissimo on this roll.
Okay, let's go dice. Let's make it just the right amount. And go. Wait, that's too many dice.
And
wait,
yeah, you didn't clear the old ones. You can just clear it all and roll again if you want.
How do I clear? Wait. Clear. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, so just go ahead and re-roll.
Okay, it's a 5 and a 6. The high.
Okay, so you get what you want, and then pick one. Either you find yourself believing your own BS, you promise something showy in return, or they get in trouble for giving you special treatment.
I kind of want to see Edna in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she could totally get in trouble with the concert organizers if she goes along with this plan.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they have all kinds of rules, like things in their insurance and whatever else.
The boyfriend could totally like blow up to her face and be like,
"Oh yeah, that's even better way to get in trouble." Yeah.
So I feel like what happens is that Edna's like, so I go to Edna and be like, okay, so do you see what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing the most talked about event and publicity stunt for Devil Will Cry if you get Barnabas and the new Preachers of Pandemonium to sing right after they're said. And then I feel like she's like considering it. And then Stanker, what do you think? How do you think she'll manage? How do you think she'll manage to slip us in?
Oh, yeah. So I think that she's got her iPad there with everything, and one of the things she's got is like the set list, and I think I have no idea how music festivals actually work, but I'm gonna say that there's like a system that they log into to like put in what they're gonna play, and so she shows you that she's switching the set list, and she says, all right, so if if you all are ready to go, we can bring you on right here in the set list and get you to play that. And she keeps glancing up at Barnabas and Angelica, and you can kind of see in her eyes that like this is gonna, like, whether it goes well or bad, this is gonna be like a big publicity thing. And I think that Angelica's band, who we still haven't given a name to, but that they've not been getting a lot of publicity. They've been really riding on, just the nostalgia for what they were in the 80s. And so getting that is going to be real good for her as a manager, because that's kind of her job, is to get this kind of publicity. So you can see that she is into the idea. But I think everyone, or she doesn't realize, but maybe you realize that once the boyfriend finds out, then this might not go so well. And that's a serious potential drawback to the plan, but she doesn't seem to realize it yet, and she has just promised you everything you asked for. And this might be a good spot, I think, to take our break.
Okay.
Is 5 minutes good, or do people want 10?
Leaning on 10. Yeah.
Okay, let's do 10 then. So I've got 10:03 my time, so let's come back 13 after the hour.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. I think you played with Sherry, my wife.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Good.
Devil Butler. Oh no, not Devil Butler. Damn it. Magical Girl one and the Tarot Reader one. Yeah.
Okay. We've been watching Card Captor Sakura through from the beginning since Sherry played that Jamie's game of it. So
yeah, to get all the magical girl transformations in. But yeah.
All right, ready to go?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So Simon currently has the mic. Maybe you want to pass it to one of us to start off our next scene.
I'll hand it to Bobby to frame this next scene.
Oh, right. Oh. So our last scene was Edna agreeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Wait, let me. Yeah, so I feel like we flash forward to like the technical run of the next day, right? And I feel like Edna's already getting some heat from the management, and the devil may cry. Devil will the devil will cry. Other bandmates are like already kind of fighting the idea, or maybe they don't know yet. Like I feel like it's just right before the moment that we're supposed to like push Barnabas in, like after their first song, and I feel like um, I push Barnabas in with as Bobby, and like keep telling the technical people to keep running the soundtrack, right? And I'm wondering from Simon or Stenter, what do you think is the reaction from the other band members of The Devil Will Cry, or like the audience while this is happening?
I think Simon's been watching and is very, very worried about, and is going to try and go over and intercept the boyfriend, because that's the one I'm afraid is going to cause the real problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like the band people, they're professionals, so they'll go along with it and yell at her later. But I want to go over and try and make sure that the boyfriend doesn't think that this is anything serious.
Okay, let's give the boyfriend a name. How does Sean sound?
Sean.
Yeah. Sean.
Okay.
Sean.
And I feel like he's this really tall, like half Asian kind of beauty. Yeah.
Beautiful cheekbones.
Yeah,
Kind of good looking, tight shirt.
Really raspy, deep voice. Oh my god.
I'm also envisioning him like at least 10 years younger than either Barnabas or Angelica.
Yeah. So he's got that boy toy vibe going on.
Yeah. So like the absolute worst person for her to be dating if Barnabas is trying to like get back with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think my strategy is to go over and go, hey, Sean, is it? Kind of put my hand on his shoulder. Ooh, you do some working out. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to kind of maybe talk with you about what's going on here with this duet we've got set up with Angelica and Barnabas, and make sure you're cool with it.
Yeah. So I think if I can jump in and be Sean, that, you know, as you start to like he is like a really charismatic, friendly kind of guy, right? And like you come in, I think he actually greets you by name. Like you come up to him and he's like, "Oh, you're Simon Behar, aren't you? Oh man, I was just listening to you guys' new album. Sounds great. Didn't expect to see you here at the festival, but yeah, what's up, man? What can I do for you?"
Not much. I just Angelica is being incredibly generous given their past history. Giving Barnabas a chance to do this duet and like bring some closure to their relationship, because it is closed and finished. So I just wanted to come over, and reassure you that everything's copacetic on that score. Not that you have anything to worry about, but I just wanted to say that.
It's like, nobody's gonna love me.
Yeah.
Complete opposite.
Yeah, I think Sean says to you, he says, everybody's got their past relationships and stuff, and it's all cool as long as Barnabas doesn't try to like make a move or something, doesn't try anything, then we're all cool, But I'll let you in on a little secret. He says, I've got a little surprise for Angelica after the show, and he pats his pocket, and you can see, once you pay it, he draws your attention to it. You can see it's like a ring box in his pocket. So I'll let you in a little secret. So just as long as Barnabas doesn't do anything, doesn't try to like make a move or something. Hey,
no, everything's gonna be cool. Everything's gonna be great. It really is. I have a move to try and reassure him. And before I was being sincere, but now I'm terrified. But I am going to try and reassure him that everything's gonna be fine. And even if he sees Barnabas do something that might look like it's a little iffy, it's really all part of the act and that kind of thing, right?
Okay, sounds good. Okay, yeah. So this is your special move, your lullaby.
Yes. Let
Okay.
me pull this up. I have to pull the die roller up from here and do this. There's a weird thing. Okay, so I'm going to submit, and it's 2 dice, right?
So you've got the question there, am I being sincere? And it sounds like it's a
That's a no right now.
it's a no. All right, so that's 3 dice, lowest 2.
Is there any way I can boost that?
If someone else is able to use their harmony, that would do it. I think that Barnabas is otherwise occupied, so and that would also be really awkward for him to be part of this interaction.
Well, then I will just take what I get, and I'm going to submit. And this die roller has been unpleasant to me, so yeah, I deserve a win. I really do. Well, that's a 6.
That's a 6. 6 or less, something happens that gives them reason to think things definitely won't be okay. So I have an idea.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
So I think the idea is, so there's some of this rehearsing is going on stage, and I think that at one point when Angelica has her back turned to Barnabas, but Sean and Simon can see it, Barnabas like really dramatically like blows her a kiss across the stage.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh.
And I
do an internal forehead slap.
and I say to Sean, so what I'm going to do when their duet's done is I'm going to run over there and I'm going to get him off the stage so that you can come out and do your thing.
I think he gives you a pat on the shoulder and squeezes you like just a little bit too hard. And he's like,
"Oh, you really do work out. Man. You're really strong hands. Oh, and you condition too. God, your skin is so moist. Oh man. Oh, and I will wander back over to where Bobby's at. Bobby, can I get you to stop tuning for a second?
Yeah. What's up, Simon? And I feel like, yeah, go ahead.
No. So there might be a small problem with the duet.
Yeah. What do you mean? It's going perfectly fine. Look at this chemistry. We're gonna so kill it, and then we're gonna smooth into like a couple more songs, and then since the audience is so hyped, they're gonna love us.
So there might be a little, a brief interruption after that duet, where Angelica's boyfriend might come out and propose to her.
What? And I feel like Bobby's like you're fucking with me, right?
No, I would not do that to you. I would not. I went over to reassure him about the situation, and discovered that was the plan.
I feel like I crane my neck like, but I'm gonna do my video. I do like this thing. I do like that, and then it's like an extended eye roll with the neck roll, and like shake my leg out of like just trying to shake off like the worry and anxiety.
It's all gonna be good. I mean, he's a handsome guy. He'll come out on stage. Everybody will be happy. We'll roll into some songs, celebratory. We can pick our set list to like celebrate that whole thing.
I go like, okay, and then I feel like I'm like, yes, you're totally right. Like,
we can prepare a set list if she says no.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. We can also prepare a set list in case she says no.
Oh, damn. You're totally right. And then I feel like I ripple through a bunch of like frustrated, like why is being in a rock band so hard faces, and I go like, okay, we just need to make sure that Loverboy over there just doesn't just takes this heartbreak like a real trooper and like sings our songs properly after this relatively okay break in front of this good alumni campus that has graced us. And I feel like I'm still like nursing my hangover from last week, from yesterday, and I'm like, and then I'm just like staring at what Barnabas and Angel are doing, and I'm like, okay, are they done? Are they done? I'm like,
Yeah.
you. I go like, we need to. One of us needs to talk to Angelica, and the other person needs to talk to Barnabas.
So I think this might be right at this moment. Barnabas rolls up to where you two are conferring,
Okay.
and he's got a big grin on his face, and he's like, "Did you two see that? Did you see the way she was singing that song and looking at me? I think she's still into me.
She's very
I think she's
professional.
still into me."
Managing to convey that sense of emotion where there is none. That's really good.
No, when you're in this business for as long as I've been, Simon, you can tell when it's an act for the stage, and you can tell when it's real.
And then I go like, okay, we need to get off stage, and I need a beer, and I grab our stuff, and I feel like that's how I convince everybody to go to the back room where no one's gonna hear us. And yeah, I feel like as I hand like ice water to Barnabas, I go like, Simon, tell him.
We didn't even do rock, paper, scissors for this. So Barnabas,
For beer.
like I know we've got just a half hour before we go and do the duet and stuff. So maybe we want to get you prepped because what the plan is you're going to do the duet. Her boyfriend's going to come out and propose to her, and then we're going to do the rest of the set, and that's how that's going to run.
Wait, hang on. Back up a second. What was the thing after the duet?
We play some more songs.
You look really great.
No, but before that.
Her boyfriend comes out and proposes to her.
And I look at both of you like, she has a boyfriend? Why didn't somebody tell me this?
You didn't see the incredibly handsome.
Who is? Wait, the tall guy that was over by the edge of the stage.
Oh yeah,
that
with
guy.
A nice shirt, good skin. Ooh.
Oh, and Barnabas thinks for a moment, and it's like, do you think they'd be interested in a threesome? I mean, he can't blame her for being. But wait, jeez.
We are in a rock band, so yes, you dream big.
Okay. So this is an
awesome professional moment,
a real challenge.
Yeah,
for me. Yeah. This is a real challenge.
And I feel like
for me. And so I think this is turning up my issues here.
Yeah, definitely.
Because this is reminding me of I probably actually should have turned it up one other time in the process of all this as well. So I'm going to skip straight to Forte on my issues here. And so that also means that I get to roll for this. So I'm at Forte, so I'm rolling 3 and keeping the highest 2. What color am I? Magenta. I don't have any out there. Okay,
it's all going to be good. I swear.
Yeah, you went to therapy. It's so fun.
Okay, so that is a 10. And 10 or more, your issues get the best of you. Let the music take control. All right. So what was I gotta check the description there. Do something dramatic to prove your eternal love to them.
Oh
Okay.
God.
So I think I'm like, all right, look, I gotta take 10 minutes. I'll be back. And you see me like pull out my phone as I wheel out of the room, and I'm clearly like making a call.
Well, that went well, Bobby. That seems like
Yeah,
it went well.
I feel like Bobby's like having legit tears. I feel like he's like scratching his like neck and is
Yeah.
like is like does Barnabas play better when he's wrecked?
Absolutely, emotionally wrecked, drawn out. This is going to push him to artistic heights. And now you were going to talk to Angelica.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like I end up failing talking, and I just walk out of the room and look for Angelica in one of the dressing rooms or something.
And she's getting ready. Let me ask you, Bobby. Does it look like she's actually thinking? Is she actually reminiscing about the good old days, or is she more concentrated on the present?
Yeah, I feel like while she's fixing up her hair and stuff, I feel like they're doing some PDA with Sean, and they're taking selfies or something. And I feel like her phone's not in her dresser; it's like in her bag, which is in another bag, and is like on the side, And I feel like they look cute, and I'm like, and then I say that to myself, damn, they look cute, and then I'm like, I knock on the door frame, and I'm like, hi, excuse me, I'm from.
Oh, Bobby, you're with Barnabas band.
Yeah, we're wait, hold on. I want to get the details right. Yeah, I'm from the New Creatures of Pandemonium. We had it was the No Angel song and the Oh Dear Sweet Barnabas thing. Beautiful. You
Yeah,
sing absolutely
he
well. I don't understand why you're a bass player.
the bass player, people underestimate them. That's the thing. But yeah, this is gonna be great. And then you and your bandmates are gonna go do a couple numbers afterwards.
Yeah, and I go like, yeah, totally. And I feel like Sean at this point also went to his own dresser, so that's just me and Angel, and I go like, yeah, definitely. And I try to like parse from her eyes if she's trying to play with Barnabas's feelings, or if she's totally like with Sean, or is she just a player? And I go like, what is this girl like? I tried to like look at her properly. Is there a move for that? Trying to read someone.
It's a good question.
There's not a move for reading someone. So there's moves for getting something specific from someone. So you could exploit your celebrity or keep it cool. But for just finding out what they're thinking, we just you just ask that within the fiction, and we can
Yeah. That's fine.
decide on it.
Let me make a suggestion. Let me throw it out, and then you can see whether you like that or you want to modify.
Okay.
Here's the idea. I like the idea that maybe as you're talking to Angelica, it becomes clear that she feels bad about how things went down, how things happened before, and while she doesn't love Barnabas, maybe this is part of her way of making up a little bit for that, because she knows he's been down on his luck.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like that, or do you want to tweak that?
Like a pity thing, or let's sever the bonds properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a final farewell kind of thing.
Yeah. And she clearly thinks Barnabas gets that.
Yeah. So I was like saying, thank you for being so cool about your ex. And then I feel like Angel said, he's my friend. And I go like, can you say that again? Like,
My friend. Yeah.
And I go like, And then I just nod my head and I'm like, and then I go like, I feel like I do a little tiny condolences to Barnabas in my heart. I go like, I know that the two of you mean a lot to each other. I wouldn't write.
We did.
Yeah. I go like, so I go like, thank you. And do you have a request for like a love song? Have you heard our album? Do you have a preference? I want to reciprocate your like kindness.
Well, I know you do that cover of Ocean Eyes. That'd be nice.
Oh, yeah. I like that song too. And I feel like as that conversation dwindles, I feel like Tron's got like his hawk eyes kind of thing, and I go like, I have like my hands up and shit, like in the corner, and I go like, yeah, you know what? I need to get my hair done too, and I'll tell my bandmates that, yeah, and then I feel like at that moment she's like, yeah, thank you, and she's like almost done with her makeup, like got this really loud red lipstick with like layers of like shine, and then this like perfectly coiffed hair and eyebrows, and I feel like she finally motions to her phone to get a picture, like to take a selfie. And then when I see that, I immediately excuse myself to the bathroom. Like, I've been drinking too much. I need to pee.
And I think while that's going on, Simon is going to try and track down Barnabas.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, mechanically, what I did there, since I hit the 10 and up and I let the music take control, so I went off to make a grand gesture to prove my love. So then I reset my issues to mezzo, and I chose to write a new song. So I have written a song called X-Ray My Heart, which is a confessional song. And so this is a song that I've like, the inspiration struck me as I heard the news that Angelica has this boyfriend, that he's going to propose to her. The song just sort of came to me. And so where I went was to find the sound guy that's going to be working the soundboard during this set. And I have gone to bribe the sound guy, like, to, in the middle of the duet, to cut the mics to everybody in Devil Will Cry, turn mine up all the way, and I am going to debut this song that has, never been played, never even really been practiced, but that lays out exactly how I feel and how hurt and betrayed I am if she won't return my feelings. So I've gone to find the soundboard operator.
So is that using your celebrity, or?
So I think this is go solo, because I feel like this is definitely against the wishes and interests of the rest of the band for me to do this. And so then the question is, am I smarter than the rest of these bozos? I don't think I'm motivated by an exaggerated sense of my own competence. I think I'm just motivated by wanting to make sure that everybody hears how hurt I am by the whole situation with Angelica. So I'm going to be rolling 3, keep the lowest 2. And that is a snake eyes. That is a 2 on the dice. And so I embarrass the whole band. And that turns down our audience. Our poor audience that we had edged up just a little bit goes back to pianissimo. Yeah, so does somebody want to be the soundboard person to play this out, or do we want to have this manifest when I'm actually on stage?
I think this has to manifest on stage.
Yeah,
I think the soundboard guy is like, sure, I'll take your money.
Yeah, I offer him a bribe.
Absolutely, I'll give you exactly what you want.
And I think I give him some Australian money, and I tell him, it's about the same as a US dollar, even though it's actually worth a significant amount less. So it looks like a lot more money than it really is. And so he's like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. I'll do that. And has absolutely no intention of following through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think that Barnabas is feeling real confident. Barnabas, feels like he rolled, an 8 on that move and just nailed it, because he thinks he's got this great plan. He is, working out the last chord changes in his head. I think as he's going back to wherever we've been hanging out.
Yeah, I feel like we're on the side stage. We're 5 on Devil Will Cry sounds amazing. They have this really raw energy. We're so hyped. We all missed the stage. I feel like Bobby's really grateful and also staring at Barnabas going hey, don't screw this up, yeah?
Oh no. I am.
We're shouting.
I know. I was shocked a little bit to find out about Sean. That threw me for a loop a little bit, but I took a breather and got my head around it, and my new therapist gave me some good exercises like centering kind of things. So I am all set now. I'm good to go. And I think as he's talking, he's got his guitar out and he's got it turned off, so it's not actually playing, but he's kind of tapping out the the melody to this new song, X-Ray My Heart. And if you I imagine actually Bobby might be a good enough musician to recognize that this is not the rhythm to any of our existing songs.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just looking at the piano bits and I'm like, is that a new exercise, bud? And centering, really? I can we get into
I think it's based on a Buddhist thing. I don't know. He tried to explain it to me, but it's I'm chill, right? I'm beyond cucumber. I am as cool as an ice cream cone here.
And I'm like, yeah, okay. I believe you. Whatever you need, man. We're bandmates. You'll never throw us under the bus, right?
No, absolutely. We're all in this together. So
look at Simon. He's totally laser sharp right now, and he's doing way better than I thought. And then we have Simon in the other side of my body,
It's all going to be bad. It's going to go terribly wrong.
And yeah, I feel like the PA people at the side do some hand signals telling us to go in, and then I feel like we rush on the stage and then like we wave to the crowd and be like, "Hi, we're." Damn it! Why does the name keep falling off my brain? Hi, we're the new preachers of Pandemonium. Are you ready to rock? And then I'd be like, they scream. We have this awesome. And then Angel's like, yes, we have this awesome reunion song for you guys. And then you guys start playing the opening chords of like the duet thing.
Yeah.
I think. And then Simon gets into it, Bobby gets into it. We're nailing it.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
cuts it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we get to the point of the duet where I give the big signal to the sound guy and kind of come to the front of the stage and start just like wailing away on this new song, and don't realize for a minute that the sound guy has actually cut my mic, so the rest of you are still playing, and he's just kind of cut me out because I'm not playing the same song as everybody else.
Damn!
And it takes me a minute to realize, because I was like, hammering away at this guitar and, singing. And then I realized that like, nobody can hear me. Like the audience is like singing along to the main song that's still going. They're not singing along with my new lyrics. Even though I specifically built into it like this repetitive chorus with the idea I could get the audience to sing it along, even though they've never heard the song before. And it's just
Yeah, and I feel like we're slack-jawed about the whole like losing like one half of the voice, but since I'm like the backup singer, I like try to fill in what I know of the song. Like I could salvage it kind of okay, and I feel like Simon's like really good with
doing everything I can to back you up.
With the piano stuff, I feel like or your guitar still working.
I've got the keyboards and piano. His guitar is offline.
Yep.
Yeah.
All I've got is just the clack of the keys against the body of it when you hit them. And I think I look around and I spot the one person that I am sure is to blame for this.
No.
Sean. Because he's waiting there to the side, to come out and do his proposal thing. And so I think I lock eyes with Sean, and I think I'm gonna need to settle a beef with him.
Okay.
I'm trying to think the best way for me to do this. I think I might just throw my guitar at him.
Oh my god! Okay, that actually sounds very metal. We can do that.
I would like to try to interfere with that.
Okay.
Because I think that you're a little. My harmony with you is that you're a little off. Essentially, the in loco parentis version of that. So I would like to try and stop you from destroying it for all of us.
All right. So what do you do?
I'm like a Secret Service person. Essentially, as I see you whip the guitar, I'm going to do that leap like a bodyguard.
Okay. Awesome.
And take the hit for Sean.
Okay. Yeah. So I was my role, I was a forte because have they wronged me in public and embarrassing fashion? From Barnabas's point of view, absolutely yes. So I had gone up to the 3 dice, keep the high 2. And so then with you interfering, I will accept that interference. So that'll bring me back to just rolling 2 dice on this. So let me just clear the room here.
I feel like in this whole thing, Angel's just mildly confused, but is pulling through because she really wants to commit to this whole like endeavor of like do a break and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I got a 7. So on a 7 to 9, you prove you're not just talking shit. Turn up your audience, and they pick one from the list there. So I guess maybe I'll let you two decide which reaction Sean's going to have. Either they admit you're in the right, they cower in fear and run away, or they give you something to make you stop. So I'm envisioning like slow motion, like Simon is jumping, no, and the keytar's flying through the air, and Sean is like seeing it coming at him.
I like the idea that Sean is actually running across stage even as this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees that hit and he runs over with another mic for you, Barnabas.
Oh, that works.
He says, your mic's out. Your mic's out here.
Sean is just too pure of heart.
How does that sound? Does that sound like what would make you stop?
Yeah. I think that's good. Yeah.
Are you okay with that, Bobby?
And he's gonna and then yeah, I'm totally okay with that. I also feel like Sean's like that's so very I feel like Sean also is interpreting what sorry, the names really fall out of my head. I feel like Sean interprets Barnabas as like, wow, you're so very rock. Look at you swinging your guitar. Mm-hmm. So it's so almost like, and then have you the mic.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say that this gesture that Sean makes, where I'm trying to like nail him with this guitar, and here he is coming to help me, thinking that it's just been like a technical glitch that my mic went out. Like, it melts my heart. It just absolutely melts my heart. And so when I get the mic, I think with all this chaos, probably the song is kind of wrapped up. But I've got the mic, and I say, I think I actually decide then to like, I'm going to introduce the whole proposal thing, because like, she can't do better than Sean. Realistically, like, I can't beat this guy. I'm falling in love with him, and I've only known him for like a day. And so I say,
there's like,
Angelica, it was such a privilege to do this duet with you, but there's someone here on stage that I think means even more to you. And I kind of gesture over to Sean, and he goes down on one knee and he gets the ring out. Says, Angelica, will you marry me?
And then I feel like I strike like a really bad chord in my guitar. You're like, because you're just in the moment. And I wave like my hands and go like, everybody freaking clap for this.
Yeah.
And I think that's our opportunity to roll into some of our classic songs. Our audience got turned up by that weird confrontation on stage, so I think we should try and catch fire here. We should try and seize this moment.
Yes, let's do that. I agree.
Yeah. Okay. And so, did I add that to our audience already?
I don't think so.
Okay. So that brings us up to mezzo on our audience. So we're rolling 2 and just using that.
Bobby.
Yes. They love
you
us.
Roll.
Okay, I roll 2d6, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh wait, clear. Okay. They love us.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh no. We
What
might
is
need
it?
to try a different dice roller next time because we were using Roll for Your Party last time too. And
Yeah, so I
okay.
feel like when we get into the set, they're like, they should let Sean play. Sean doesn't know our songs. Dude, get Sean to play.
So I think actually Sean, he didn't just dodge the keytar that I threw, he actually caught it.
Yeah.
And so people are yelling, yeah, we want to hear Sean, and he kind of looks at it, and I hand him the mic, and he kind of embarrassed. He's like, well, I took piano lessons in elementary school, so we'll see if I can, and he plugs it in, and plinks out the beginning of some really basic like elementary school piano lessons. The song is like, okay, I remember the keys. Let's do it. And he names one of
Devil
their
Will Cry.
Devil Will Cry's big songs,
Mhm.
and they start playing, and he can actually play.
Yeah.
Like he was being way too modest there. He can actually play, and
We are completely steamrollered
yeah,
in the momentum of this moment.
Song, and we didn't have our set that we basically stole anyway from them.
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
place.
yep.
And then I feel like we're awkwardly like props on stage and be like, what's okay, I can strum with the chords of their song, but aren't we supposed to be playing? But we're like just smiling on stage and like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I just kind of awkwardly wheel myself to the side because Sean has my mic and my instrument. So it's like, what can I do? I like clap along a little bit.
I'll try to get off stage as soon as the moment presents itself and wait for Bobby.
I feel like I do on the last bit though. I feel like I do a live like selfie video thing. So like from the stage that catches like Sean and Angel like really close and like the drummer going wild and just the crowd and like me just pointing at them and be like, yeah. And then I have the video on my phone. And yeah, we and then we go off of stage and then we could roll to the scene where like stuff's winding down.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe like the
after the show.
Yeah. So I want to also throw in that maybe like, we're leaving the stage and they're wrapping up their set and there's like announcement comes on and is like, and next up on the main stage, get ready for Ramshackle Orchard. And we're all like, oh yeah, the people we came here to like mess with. Oops, totally forgot about them.
Yeah.
I say when we're sitting there like with the other band people, afterwards, everybody's concentrating on Sean and Angelica, and we're sitting there, and I say, well, we didn't embarrass ourselves.
I go, I nod. I'm like, you're right.
Not completely, at least. Yeah.
People are going to remember that we did this song, and maybe we'll get some buzz off of that because we're on stage. Everybody's going to have filmed that. There, it's going to be up on things and
viral. Yeah, and
that's true.
Yeah, and then I think we go like, and I think Sean really appreciates us. Yeah, and then I go like, and then now instead of stress drinking, I'm stress eating. I feel like I'm torturing. I feel like, guys, look what I got from like I got this from the pantry of Ramshackle Rhapsody. It's okay. We can do this. We're on stage. It's fine. And then
it's always fair to raid their craft services table while they're playing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Do you feel like you got closure, Barnabas?
I think so. I think I've realized that she's not the one. So somewhere else out there is the real one. But I just don't think it's Angelica. Starting to wonder if it might be Sean, but we'll see. We'll see. I might need to be single for a little while to kind of find myself.
And then I point the buffalo wings at your direction, and I'm like, I agree with that. But you can definitely we can definitely make some songs.
Yep. Cool.
And then we hear like the music of the Rhapsody in the background, and we're all like, we all agree this is some infernally hideous sound. Let's
they kind of suck.
Yeah. So I feel like we've kind of completed this arc here. I know we've got a little time left in the official session, but I feel like this might be a good place to, stop a little early tonight just because we hit a good end point on this. So cool. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast, and then we can do stars and wishes and wrap things up.
Yep.
Sounds good.
All right.
Bye, everybody.